Hi everybody and welcome back to UtahSEO.Ninja. We're talking about Bluetooth beacon and IoT news today, so we are excited, we're happy. This is going to be fun, and my dog's taking a nap behind me, so I'm going to talk a little bit more softly. Today we're going to be talking about a sidewalk in Berlin that generates electricity and then uses a Bluetooth beacon to take a picture of the users, the walkers, so that way they can then share the experience on social media. And then we're also going to be talking about a new augmented reality game that uses Bluetooth beacons in order to prevent people from hacking. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that. But real quick, this video is made possible by Superstar SEO. They're offering a course on starting up your own digital marketing agency and talk about everything except for beacons. But understanding the landscape as a whole and how the different pieces all fit together will make your beacon kung fu much more powerful, because you'll know how to take advantage of all the traffic that you're generating. You can turn traffic into money. So I suggest you guys check it out. They're also giving away a free SEO course. The guy who runs this, Chris, he's actually a colleague of mine, and I've known him personally for a long time, and I can vouch for him. He knows his stuff. We're also talking about doing a webinar where he's going to be talking about how to set up your agency, how to get clients, scale, and then I'll be talking about implementing beacons, but we need 50 people in order to set the thing up. So if you guys want to check that out, check out his website, let me know. I'm going to leave a link to sign up for all this in the comments so you guys can do that. And like I said, if we can hit 50 people, we'll go ahead and get that put together, and it should be pretty darn cool. Also, if you'd like to get the full report for our Bluetooth beacon proximity marketing and IoT news, then you can sign up for the email list. Those go out every Friday afternoon, and you'll get access to all the past reports as well. And again, link in the comments. All right, that's done news time. Our first story comes from Berlin. Now, don't take me for a hippie, but I do like the idea of alternative energy and trying to keep the environment as healthy as possible. I also come from a very outdoorsy area. I like my mountains, and we also get a lot of snow out here, and so power lines tend to break, and trees fall on top of them, we lose electricity, and so I like the idea of having some other way of getting electricity to my house so I can still play my video games or whatever. So when Google built a sidewalk that actually generates electricity, I thought it was pretty cool. Now the idea here is pretty simple. There are little electromagnetic generators under each of these tiles, and when somebody steps on the tile, it compresses and it causes the motor to spin, which generates electricity. The electricity is then funneled to two places, a wall of lights along the path and a camera at the end of the path. The camera is connected to a Bluetooth beacon, which transmits a link to where people can download the picture that was taken by the camera as they walk over this path. The article says that each step generates about 3 joules of energy, which is equal to about 5 watts. And it said that within the first 3 days of this being set up, it was able to generate over 100,000 joules. That's about 28 kilowatt hours, which would power a laptop for about 2,305 hours. Just to give you an idea of how much electricity this was able to generate. Now, again, it's not the most insane use of Bluetooth technology, but anything that gets people to turn Bluetooth on their phones is okay in my book. Our next story comes out of Hong Kong. Now, you may have noticed that I kind of like video games, so when I saw a new augmented reality game with cash prizes and Bluetooth, I had to check it out. Monster Mash is a matching game, and you can think of it kind of as a mix between Candy Crush and Pokemon Go. But the top players get a cash prize. Cell phones, goodies, money, that kind of stuff. But the problem is that games like this face a pretty serious challenge, and that's GPS spoofing. Now, GPS spoofing is when you convince your phone's GPS that you are somewhere where you're not really. It's when you cheat in these kind of games. And we need to look no further than Pokemon Go for examples of this. Some rather dubious players are spoofing in order to level up more quickly, capture rare Pokemon, and to maintain control of gyms and get gold coins, which is the game's premium currency. So it's worth money in the game. And this gives them a very unfair advantage because they can be anywhere at any time, while the rest of us are limited to how fast we can move from one place to another and our schedules. Like, I'm sitting here making this video instead of crossing a busy highway where there are 3 stops and a gym and a raid going on right now as I am making this video. Now, imagine something like this happening in a game like Monster Mash, especially with real prizes. It would be chaos. So, in order to confirm that a player is actually at the location, they've installed Bluetooth beacons. So when you come within range of the beacon, you automatically receive rewards. And the goal behind the game, it's to promote tourism and purchases within the, I'm going to say this wrong, Lan Kwai Fong area. And I thought it was pretty neat. It's gamification of tourism, which is similar to what we talked about last week with the museum in Seattle. You are rewarding people to come to an area, to interact with the things that are in that area, and to buy stuff. Going back to Pokemon Go, I actually made a video about this last year of how we can use the game to promote local businesses, and it kind of follows a similar process. So what we did is we went on Facebook, we shared with all the different groups, all the different Slack channels, and we'd be placing about a dozen lures which make more Pokemon appear in a certain area for a limited amount of time at a local park. We were able to get like between 40 and 50 people to show up. We interviewed them, we talked about the game and how it affected their buying habits. And then what we did is we went and we created another hotspot inside of a local grocery store that happened to have one of these same Pokestops inside of it. We were able to move about a third of the people who were at the park to the grocery store, and it was lunchtime, and it was hot, and each person that we were able to bring with us spent an average of about $11. So we spent $5, and we were able to create an extra $330 for this grocery store in a matter of minutes. So concepts like this definitely work. And as a business owner, you could place your own beacons near those locations, grab some free traffic, since everybody will be there looking at their phones anyways, and they're probably going to have their Bluetooth turned on. So there's a lot of opportunities to do things like this, and I just really like anything that has gamification involved in it. I think that it's just a fun way to get people to do more things. I even gamified my old business where I went and I took all of the old Dungeons and Dragons experience charts that would show when you'd level up as a character in the game, and I would apply that to the number of words that the translator would translate. So if they were able to translate their first 3,000 words, that leveled them up to a level 2 translator, and they'd be able to unlock new perks, and then be able to advance like that. By the end of my, how long did I do that? 8.5, 9-year career, I think it was like a level 88 translator or something. So, and if there is a way that I can make shopping gamified, like going out and doing my groceries, or taking my wife over to Kohl's so she can buy all of her clothes, then I think that would probably make the process a little bit easier on me, personally, but I'm just one guy, so what do I know? But as always, there are links to all these stories in the description below. Don't forget to check out Superstar SEO and their digital marketing course, which is really, really good. I think it's going to be really helpful for you guys, and that's the reason I am sharing it. And if you can, liking these videos shows the Google robots that this is good and helpful content, and it kind of helps them to promote it to more people. And so if you guys could take a moment and like the video, I would much appreciate it. But that's it for me. I will see you guys next week with a whole bunch of fun videos that we're working on. They're written up over here. And yeah, bye.